Hi friends. Okay, I just looked outside, you guys. The white peacock is outside and it has its feathers open. Hang on. It won't let me zoom any. Oh, there you go. Can you see her? Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. Rare creature moment right here in our yard. Well, actually, it's in the field across the street, but look at this. Have you ever seen a white peacock before? Like, it is absolutely just majestic. Anyways, it's gonna be a great day. Okay, if you don't know this, I have wanted peacocks for, the hats are saving. I wanted a peacock for a really long time, and my peacock eggs did not hatch. I incubated them. My chickens hatched. This was a long time ago. And anyways, just always wanted a peacock. And I even saw peacocks not too long ago, a couple months ago. And I was like, in my heart, I was like, I want a peacock one day. Like, I'd love to have a farm. And I thought we were going to have a farm in Tennessee, and we were kind of in the process, and then we moved to Puerto Rico. And so I'm not kidding you that the next day I started seeing peacocks in the yard across the street from me. I've never noticed them before. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just feel like the Lord knows the desires of your heart, which sounds so silly for a peacock, but it really is. And then, like, this thing is so beautiful. If you're hopping on late, this is the white peacock. We should name it, but it is like not just a regular peacock. At first, I just saw regular peacocks. And then one day, 2 white peacocks arrived. And now, my neighbor does collect exotic birds. I've never met my neighbor before. But is that not magical? I just feel like it's like a God wink to me. I don't know how else to describe it. And then I just can't help but share it with you guys because it's just so beautiful. It's like, makes me so happy. Anyways, good morning. How are you? Let's get ready. And, oh, I love that, Dan. Name her Angel. We'll have to make a poll. We should come up with a list of names. I'm sure our neighbor would be like, that's so weird. I've never met the neighbor, so I should go over with like cookies one day and introduce myself, but I haven't done that. So, and we've been here now since December 1st, so I guess I should get on that. All right, let's make some TrimFit and greens. God is so good. He even gave me a rare peacock, right, Kimberly? That's how I felt. I was like, oh, it's like so God to know the desires of your heart, but then like beyond that, you know what I mean? Like, just so good. Beyond what you desired. So sorry I'm a little late. Christian had like a cough last night and this morning, and like snotty nose. Kind of, we all have ran through sicknesses over the last, probably like everybody else in the world. And this morning he was like, can you please take me to Starbucks? Like a Frappuccino would feel so good. And so I was like, yeah, I'll take you to Starbucks. So we're a little late because he wanted a Frappuccino and a ham and cheese croissant. But I feel like when you feel icky, it's like, if you will eat, I'm just happy you're eating. You figure she's white and spreads her wings like an angel. I love that. There's 2 of them. And there's also a couple blue ones as well. And it's just absolutely magical. All right, going in with TrimFit and greens. So hey, I'm live. What you need? All right. Anyways, TrimFit and greens. And then I got a lot of messages about the GLP-1, like plant-based alternative. I took 2 more this morning. I already took them, but that's all I have left of this. I did not plan to share this. I even had somebody say, like, I tried to get you to like do this. And I was like, I know, I literally just ordered it from a friend. I was like, I didn't plan to share it. It's just actually like been really effective, and I've been liking it. But it is obviously not a pharmaceutical GLP-1. It is literally a tablet form, but it's a plant-based peptide and an all-natural peptide. So it doesn't have like a lot of the synthetic, like Ozempic and different things, like a lot of the side effects that they have, and it's not a shot. And so, but I am losing weight, and that's really exciting. And I still take TrimFit greens. Love the way I feel. I lost about 60 pounds doing this, and then kind of stalled out, or like started fluctuating some. And so I'm just kind of like trying to, I don't know, kickstart my system. But I was like, in no way am I trying to tell anyone to come off of their medicine. Obviously, do not take medical advice from me. I simply am just sharing like what I like. And I did forget a supplement that I take. I take prescription iron because I'm anemic. So on yesterday's supplement video, if you want a lot more information, just scroll to my page, and I did a whole supplement video yesterday. But I did not mention iron, and I think iron is very important if you are anemic, and you just can't take it within 4 hours of taking another supplement because they bind together. So pick a time of day when you're going to take your iron. Anyways, I don't have a link for iron. That's just pro tip if you've ever been anemic or you have heavy periods, anything like that, and you feel like you're losing blood. Iron is really good for you. All right. Yes, no, it's like not typical, Jen, to just have peacocks roaming around. It's literally, the Lord just blessed me with peacocks across the street. Like, I don't know any other way of saying it. Like, they aren't, there's one other area I've seen peacocks on like this whole island. There are a lot of chickens, but peacocks are not like a common thing. It's just, and white peacocks are so rare. Like, it's just fluttering around. It's so cute. And it started getting curious that she will, I need to find out if it's boy or girl. I'm gonna have to meet my neighbor. She'll come like close to my sidewalk, and then, you know, when I go, she's like dancing. I'm gonna have to show you one more time, because what if you're late to hopping on and you're like, what are you talking about? It's like shaking its tail feathers. Here you go, look. Ah! It's just, I'm gonna have to get curtains because I literally can't even focus on making my greens. She's like dancing. Oh, those are just birds that like to poop on my porch. Look at that. Oh. Okay. So anyways, back to it. So the GLP-1, it's like an alternative to a GLP-1. It's a plant-based peptide. Peptides are incredibly good for you. It uses thermogenesis, like your own body heat, to burn fat. It burns visceral fat. But this brand is called Make, and the pill is called Lean. So Make Wellness, it's their Lean, and that's what it is. And I did link it in the description of the video. And so it is really good. Brooke, I've lost 20 pounds on Lean, 40 years old, in the best shape of my life. I take Lean and Fit. Such an all-natural girl. That's so exciting. I honestly haven't heard of like a lot of people taking it, but I do have a friend who postpartum was taking it, and she could take it nursing, and I don't know. I was like, I wanted more information, and so far it's been a really good fit for me. What is something that you're like, oh, have you ever had like God winks in your life, where one of the biggest ones ever, and I think God uses people too, but when we were going through like a really hard season, I had $40. Christian was a baby, and a friend of mine was selling used clothes, and they were like Ralph Lauren clothes and like little, and she was also kind of struggling too. And I was like really trying to pick out what I could think of the most of, or the cutest church clothes or whatever, for the $40 I had. And I just kept picking things out and putting things back and picking, and she came in and she was like, why don't you take all of them and just use them? Like, and I was like, no. And she was like, just like, I'll take $40 for the whole thing. And I was like, there's no way. And I was like, I pray the Lord like blesses you tenfold. Do you know what I mean? But I just remember being like, thank you, God. Like, that was such a desire of my heart. Like, they were used clothes. I just like wanted my kids to be cute. I didn't have like the budget for it. And I, to this day, still remember like things like that. And then I always thought like, if I ever am in the position to do the same, like I do. And I've done that with like most of my kids' clothes, my kids' like strollers, my kids' everything. Like, there was a time I had to sell things to survive. And then when I got out of that point, then it's been such a blessing to be able to like find families that can use things, and so good. But that's a God wink for me. And get this, she ended up becoming a New York Times bestselling author. She is a keto food blogger now. At the time, we just did couponing together, and we were like, we're still good friends. But the Lord has blessed her exponentially and blessed her marriage. They have 2 more kids now, like all this. And you just think like every seed, like every good seed. And when you plant seeds, you get a harvest year after year after year. And then when you plant seeds, you don't just get one seed back. You get so much. And I think all the good deeds people do and all the good seeds people plant, like I think they come back over. I don't think they come biblically. They come back. Like, you like cannot plant righteous seed and it just like not harvest, you know? God knows what we need and the desires of our heart and what is good for us. Her name is Casey Trenum. If you ever, Casey Trenum blogger, I think is her handle. But she has like a couponing book and all kinds of stuff. But that was a long time ago. And I just wish I could hug myself and be like, it's gonna all be okay. You are not gonna cry over used baby clothes forever. Like that you are not going to be able to like provide that for your family. Like such a scary season for a long time. And anyways, all right, I got in a new shipment. Pomifera Skincare girls, guess what's up? We're going to do an at-home routine today because I am cleaning today. And I am going through and looking. Lola wants craft supplies, and so she asked if after school today we could get some craft supplies. So I'm going through and seeing what we already have here. We used to have a craft closet in Tennessee, and it was actually glorious. My kids love making crafts, and I would love to have a craft closet again. It wasn't like anything fancy. It wasn't a fancy craft closet. It literally was just like Tupperware containers that included craft supplies, like rhinestones and tacky glue and like paintbrushes. And so I've been little by little like picking up or ordering from Amazon like paintbrushes, or I got seashells this week and acrylic paint for us to go to the beach and paint seashells. We don't really have shells here, but I thought it would be fun to leave some on the beach. Maybe other people could find them and that would be exciting. And then take some of their friends and some acrylic paints and like little trays and us go paint seashells at the beach. And so I would like to get some crafty stuff. So that's what we're doing this afternoon. So I'm not doing my makeup today. Okay, something that just launched from Pomifera is beef tallow. And I literally saw it come up and I was like, I ordered beef tallow once off of TikTok. I watched this girl who had beautiful skin talk about how amazing it is, how everybody in Europe uses beef tallow. Beef tallow is so good for you. I ordered some off of TikTok. This is not it. I ordered some. It smelled like bacon grease. It was just the grossest, literally grossest smelling thing you've ever smelt, and I sent it back. It was awful, and I was like, I would rather look old and wrinkly than smell like bacon grease. So when I heard they were launching beef tallow, I was like, I know it has so many benefits, but it smells horrible. I hope this doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell bad at all. I used this last night, and so like literally, it is mixed with Pomifera oil. It's beef tallow, but it's mixed with Pomifera oil and mixed with peppermint. And so, and grapefruit and jojoba. So it also has olive fruit oil, but the main ingredient is beef tallow. So this here does not smell, and it's like a whipped beef tallow. And when you put it on, it's mixed with Pomifera oil, and it is so hydrating and creamy and anti-aging and helps with deep wrinkles, fine lines. If you have dry skin or you're wanting to go to bed at night and wake up in the morning and you just are like, hydrated and glowy. And beef tallow has so many great anti-aging, and it is an all-natural property. But because they mix this with, like, it literally smells like peppermint. If you've ever used Pomifera's Stimulate, it's their peppermint cleanser, which I love the way it smells. It smells identical to that. It's $29. And then they have a deal that if you buy beef tallow and if you do buy the beef tallow, you can actually get an April collection 25% off if you're needing other things. But this is $29. But it is so beautiful on your skin. So other things I got restocking of is Plump. This has hyaluronic acid in it. This is so good for if you have any sort of enlarged pores, you're wanting your skin to be tighter, anything like that. Hyaluronic acid is so good. It's collagen stimulating, firms and tones skin, reduces fine lines, brings back dry, tired skin, and plumps it through hyaluronic acid. That is Pomifera's hyaluronic acid. I also ordered more of the Erase Pre-Cleanser, accidentally dropped it and knocked the little thing off mine. So I'm just gonna, it isn't spraying, it's just squirting, and I actually like the spray. And so I am gonna just keep refilling this bottle. But if you are needing something that takes all of your makeup off and melts your makeup away without having to tug, it is an amazing pre-cleanser. And it's like $18. I absolutely love the price point of Pomifera. And I love like how long their products last and how good they make your skin. They're so good. Okay, I did get a second beef tallow, and I got this one for a friend. So I have a friend who lives here in Puerto Rico, and fun fact, you actually can't ship Pomifera to Puerto Rico. Wah, wah. So I have to get Natalie to get this and ship it to me. And so I ordered my friend who lives here. I got her some because I was like, it's hard to get here. Okay, so Nourish, this is facial moisturizer. I like to mix my self-tanning drops in with this. These are just a balancing cleanser. I'm just showing you what I got, and then we'll do. So this is for normal, oily, and acne-prone skin, but there's also one for dry skin. I have my kids on these too for like acne, if you have any sort of issues with your skin. I also love their Stimulate cleanser. The best way you're gonna save with Pomifera is through collections. So if you go to literally like their youth collection or any sort of collection, you're gonna save the most. I love like the 3 serums. It's Pomifera Oil, Plump, and Brighten. Those 3 I use every day. I use Pomifera Oil at night. Also the beef tallow has Pomifera Oil in it as well. Very, very hydrating. Here's our Brighten. Look at that. It's called, I think the Power of 3 is the name of that. And then this is just a clarifying serum, and it's an exfoliating serum. So if you want your skin to look like a baby's bottom, you put this on, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, wipe it off, and it actually exfoliates your skin. So it says to do 3 to 7 minutes. So start out with 3. I do like about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so, but when you're starting out, start out at 3 in case your skin's sensitive. And then Revive. So let's do it. We're gonna just put on all of this. And then these are what have been viral and selling the most of for a long, long time from Pomifera. So I'm just gonna do like skincare with you. And during the day, if I'm not going anywhere or I don't mind that to look like a glazed donut, I will be using Pomifera oil during the day. Whereas typically, if I'm doing my makeup, I don't put it under because I don't like how my makeup slides around. But today, I'm not doing makeup. Okay. Let's see. Have I asked Veda about a baby brother or sister? You can only imagine that conversation. She's been like begging for a baby forever. Last night she told me, which we're not pregnant. We are like trying, but we're not pregnant. And although I did think I was like all last week. And so I was actually like sad that we weren't. But anyways, Veda was like, I asked God for a baby and he didn't bring me one. I was like, I asked God for a baby too. I'm so sorry. But she's so cute. She's so, so cute. Okay, so clean face. Washed my face last night. If you have acne prone or more oily skin, you could wash it again today. I'm not, like, I'm just gonna do my serums. I don't feel like I get dirty, sweaty, anything. I don't feel like I need to wash my face again. Okay, so you want to do your serums in the order of like the lightest, thinnest to the thickest. So keep that in mind, like the viscosity when you're putting it on and you're like, I don't know which one to do. So with that said, you can kind of do like, obviously you can see this is thin, this is thick and oily, like, okay. So first things first, if you remember to do your youth ageless sculpting ones, these are really great for loose skin, sagging skin, any type of actual like hanging where you feel like your wrinkles are, and it's also good for preventative. So it will tighten, very much tighten. Okay, this is a brand new one. I have one that's already been pumped, but so when you first get it, you're just gonna pump, pump, pump until it comes out. That's what it's gonna look like. It has a nice cooling roller ball, and we're just going to put this all over our face. So this is a jellyfish peptide, and it uses the same reaction that a jellyfish uses to stun its prey. That's what it does to your muscles. So it relaxes your muscles, and we're just gonna roll this on. This is under the youth category. It is the Ageless Sculpting Wand. This is for sure the very best seller. It is incredible for anti-aging. You see results within 15 minutes. If you were going to a wedding, a high school reunion, you're just going to work, you have a crush on your newly divorced boss, and you're like, I want to look so good. Here you go. This is what you're going to put on. And so you're going to do the Ageless Sculpting one, and I just kind of like, I like to get out some, you could use a gua sha if you wanted, but as I'm rubbing it in, I kind of am trying to get any extra fluid down to my lymphatic system. At night, I will do an actual lymphatic massage. Even in the day, you can be really mindful. Like my nose gets swollen. You have a lot of lymph nodes in this area. And so as you're rubbing it in, there you go. Then I'm gonna put on the one for the eyes. They are two different formulas. This is like more sensitive, so it's safer on your eyes. This one's like more powerful, and you really shouldn't use it on your eyes. So here's the eye version, and you just use a tiny little bit, and you go under your eyes. If you have bags, if you have crow's feet, I don't really have crow's feet anymore, but I used to. Pomifera has absolutely transformed my skin over the years, and I could not say enough good things about it. If you've ever used Pomifera and your skin is different, drop your comments below. I always feel like, I don't know, I love when people will tell that they're using something and having results too, because I just think that people know, like, hey, just telling the truth. Baby does not know what she's into, asking for a sibling. You have two grandchildren that are so in love with each other, but my granddaughter is going to walk soon. Aww. And he's worried that she will touch his toys. Okay, you do face wash, sometimes the face scrub. You use Brighten, Plump, and Pomifera, and then Nourishing Moisturizer. Yay! Do I have a vibration plate? Miranda, I do not have a vibration plate, although it is amazing for lymphatic drainage. And I tried to, this is kind of an embarrassing story. I tried a vibration plate once. I was at a friend's house. My friend Jenny has like a fancy vibration plate. The previous owners of her house, when she got her home gym, it had a vibration plate, and it's like a fancy one that like football players use. It is like, a vibration plate is something you stand on. It vibrates your whole body, and it helps with lymphatic drainage. So I stood on it for about 1 minute. Like, you're supposed to start small, you know, not a long time. When I got off of it, I had the most bizarre reaction, and my nose and my face were like still moving, it felt like, and tingling. And bodies are so weird. Okay, so I have a blood clotting disorder. And the only way I could describe it to you is I felt like my head and my face were like gluing together. Like it felt like, instead of feeling normal, it felt like putty or like thick. And I started panicking because I felt like I'm getting blood clots. This is me in my head, okay? I felt so bizarre. Has anyone ever done a vibration plate and this happens? I ended up like crying. She had to drive me home. This is like not normal, probably. I don't know why. I do have like PTSD from like bad deliveries and like blood clot stuff, like bleeding really, really bad and things. And I don't know. So something triggered in this vibration plate. She uses this every day. I've been wanting to do it. It's so good for cellulite. There's so many things that vibration plate is supposed to be good for. But my experience with the vibration plate was really embarrassing. I had to have her drive me home because I physically was like a wreck. She ended up praying with me at her house, and her brother-in-law, Blair, who's a good friend of ours, we've been friends with her family now like almost 10 years. And he was in town, and he used to be like professional football. And he was like, we used to use this in the gym all the time. It makes you feel weird, but you're totally safe. And he like walked me off the ledge, and they drove me home. That was my vibration plate story. I was like, I'm gonna get one of these. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna lose all my cellulite in the world. I'm never hopping on that thing again. Terrified. It did something like physically in my body that I did not like. And maybe now I could try it again and be like, this is normal, but it didn't feel normal. And I didn't like the way I felt after. She does it all the time. She loves the way she feels. I love saunas. I love so many other things. I don't know. Maybe my blood is like not meant to be like shaken up like that. Has anybody else have this happen? It was so scary. And I felt so stupid. I just kept saying, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel like I don't know why. Well, I was like sobbing. I was like, I can't quit crying. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. And literally it was just like a fight or flight response that happened. And it was nothing dramatic. I just felt like the biggest baby ever. Maybe I need like a toned down version. Hers is like a level 10 and I need like a level 2. It was the craziest thing. Okay, so now that we've used our jellyfish peptide, you can already see my skin like tightening, glowing, like looking really plump. You could just use this into your makeup. If you're like, if you're on a tight budget and you want one product, that makes a huge difference in your skin, get the jellyfish peptide, because it is the equivalent to 7 different products in one. Okay, yours is from Amazon, the pretty cheap one. Maybe I do need a cheap one. Oh, Margot, you just got one. Try it. Don't do it for long. Do it like 30 seconds and keep your knees bent or it can cause you to pass out. Yes. But I would love to lose water weight and I would love to lose, like, it's so good for drainage. So one day maybe I'll get like a other one. I just had such a bad experience. I don't know if I even will, but I see people doing them and I'm like, I want one. Okay, so now we're going in just with our serums. Plump, Brighten, Pomifera oil. Okay. So this has hyaluronic acid in it, and it is going to tighten all your pores. You do your jellyfish peptide first. It is a very potent product. You let it dry. Then you're going to just layer your other products on top. And we're just going to watch by the end of this and see, you'll be able to physically see my skin changing. It's the most amazing thing. I absolutely love Pomifera Skincare because you can truly see it working. Yes, the beef tallow launched and it is not stinky and it smells like peppermint and it's like very, very, I used it on my hands. Like it's really hydrating and really beautiful. I used it on this hand, not this one. This one's still kind of like duller looking. You had the same effect with jumping on a small trampoline. It scared the heck out of you. See, I've never had a problem rebounding. We have a small trampoline. 1 minute of rebounding is so good for you. I watched a video on Instagram. It was like, I'm buying a mini trampoline. Veda uses it all the time. I don't really use it that much, but I probably should. And but I haven't had any issues with that. But okay, this is Brighten. This is a vitamin C and E serum, and this is really good if you have uneven skin tone or red pigmentation. Okay. Vitamin C and E serum also improves elasticity, increases collagen, and just gives you a more youthful skin tone. So you'll be able to see here in just probably 5 minutes, the redness in my cheeks, my nose, and my chin will be almost gone. Give it a few minutes. Okay, so then you decide, do you want to use a Pomifera oil? This is good for deep wrinkles, fine lines, and you can use this on its own. Or today I'm going to use it with the beef tallow. Or you also can use, it has Pomifera oil in this Revive. You don't necessarily need all three at one time unless you have like some sort of event, something that you're wanting, like maybe your daughter's getting married in a week. I would be using Pomifera oil like multiple times a day. I'll be using as much as possible. I'll be putting it in my beef tallow, like slathering, because it does help with deeper wrinkles and fine lines. But it's not necessarily like to use every day, all three of these. So pick your one of them that has Pomifera oil in it. So the beef tallow with Pomifera oil, the Revive, which is like with lipids, and it kind of gives you a glowy look, really beautiful, has rejuvenating properties, or just the Pomifera oil on its own. I slather up with this like a baby at nighttime. It is really fabulous. But again, you could also, the beef tallow has it. You could even add a little more to the beef tallow if you wanted. Today we're going in with beef tallow. So again, not stinky, like not even scale of 1 to 10 stinky. It's a 0. It smells good. It smells like peppermint, which if you've ever bought a beef tallow that is stinky, ugh. Okay, so we're gonna put this on, and this has the Pomifera oil in it, and I'm just going to hydrate my skin. This feels so good on. It also would be good if you have scars, like any area that you're wanting to put like some hydration, stretch mark scars. Beef tallow is amazing for that. Just a tiny bit more. And I'm just going to glaze up. I do find myself noticing like above my upper lip that it is looking like every now and then I can see some like lines. So I am going to, and I'm gonna go on my neck, but I'm gonna really concentrate on that above my lip area. All right, here we go. So I would recommend for old scars, Pomifera rose oil and the beef tallow. I don't think I would use the tallow under my makeup because see how glossy you're gonna look? Like my makeup would not sit on top of this. So I would have done everything up until the beef tallow under my makeup. And I would even do this under my makeup. And it does have Pomifera oil, but it doesn't leave you oily. So normally under my makeup, this is what I do. I'll show you. I normally do Plump, Brighten, actually, rewind. I normally do Jellyfish Peptides, let it dry. Then I'll do Plump and Brighten and a Revive under my makeup. My makeup lasts all day. My skin's really tight and firm. It looks really good under makeup. Like this is a really good combo for under your makeup at night. Use either regular Pomifera oil or the beef tallow just because it's got a more concentrated, and you can see even now, like my skin is like so like nice, hydrated, and but it is gonna be like, so this is my at-home look. Same at night, really hydrate, but I wouldn't want my makeup would not sit on top of this. It would just slide all around. And I think part of, unless you were just doing like a tinted moisturizer that you don't mind, we could try it. I can show you. And I also would recommend if you're gonna do a Pomifera order to add a happy salve. You will not be disappointed. These things last forever. And they're gigantic, like salves, like not just a chapstick for the surface, but they actually help heal. But I always had just chronically dry, cracked lips, like all the time. And they are so just juicy, plump, hydrated. How does the beef tallow smell? Okay, the one I ordered off TikTok, that I was like so excited to show this to you, and I was like, no one buy this. This is horrible. That smelled like bacon grease. This smells like peppermint. So it's mixed with peppermint, grapefruit, jojoba, and Pomifera oil, and it smells amazing. Okay, you can kind of see that like just skin changes. Just like already. And then I'm gonna let this like sit on all day. In a few hours, my skin will have like soaked it all up. And if I wanted to do makeup, I could. But this is kind of my like when you're at home and you just are like, I want my skin, you know, just to like absorb all these goodies. That's what I would do. Which Happy Salve do I like best? The orange lemon. So I like this one. This is the Meyer lemon, and I really like this one. I also like the peppermint one. If you're ever gonna go skiing, you can even put it on like your cheeks. Veda loves these. We all know that. She's eaten a couple of them, which is not advised. Okay, I was gonna show you if I mix just a tiny bit of, that one might be the dark one. This is just a tinted moisturizer. There we go. This is in the shade Quinoa. And I'm just gonna put this on and see how it blends. So if you're like, well, I have too much hyperpigmentation, I would never want to just walk around my house. I just am curious for my own. Like I have a little acne spot. Like what happens if you mix your tinted moisturizer? But again, you can see like it isn't, I don't feel like it, your makeup is just gonna stay on your face with all this layer over the top of it. But you could mix a tinted moisturizer, which is what I have right now, and you could mix that kind of on top, and you wouldn't quite look quite as natural, I guess. But again, so that's an option if you wanted to just kind of do a little bit of a tinted moisturizer, but your skin is still going to be very dewy, very glossy. So I just don't recommend it under your makeup. And I think if you did do like the tinted moisturizer, I feel like I'm going to get this on my white sweatshirt. We're just going to keep rubbing in, that you could do that. But again, I don't feel like it looks like a makeup look. The body lather and the glow is your new favorite. Your skin is so soft and nurtured. Yes, Pomifera's body lather is really good for crepey skin if you have like crepey legs, crepey arms. And the glow is just incredibly hydrating. So, okay, people ask about acne scars and age spots. Pomifera oil. The Pomifera rose, that's what you want. It is so good. Yep, and it helps, it literally, it has lavender, rosemary, coriander, and eucalyptus, and clinically tested to reduce the appearance of age spots, deep wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, and fine lines. So, that's what I would recommend. The Pomifera rose oil. I've got to find the remote for in here. It is hot. Hot. I didn't turn the AC on before we got started. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys have the best day. I just wanted to hop on here and just show you like an at-home skincare day. And really what this is mostly for is just so your skin is like healing, it's hydrating, you are slathered up, and while you are cleaning your house, your skin is just like soaking it in. So if you've never tried Pomifera, they do have a love it guarantee, and their products are absolutely amazing. I prefer to shop the collections or bundles because you just save doing it that way. They are discounted, but you can also buy them like individually. Like the Erase Pre-Cleanser is $18. The new beef tallow with the Pomifera oil in it's $29. I love that it is a very affordable skincare line that gives you amazing results. Use Erase to get stains out of your clothes. Well, that's genius. No, I've never tried that. But Adam had paint stuck to his body. Like he was spray painting his whole arms, his beard. We could not get it off. We used like auto soap for like automotive workers. Nothing. He was like, his like actually black. His red hair was black. And I was like, let me try this. Tried Pomifera oil, the Erase pre-cleanser, gone. Like, so all natural, clean. You will love this brand. It's like science and nature combined. And it's actually so fabulous. So, yes, Erase is hands down the best makeup remover you have ever used. Ashley, I feel the same way. I do feel like the Revive makes such a difference under your makeup. That's this one, because it gives you like a very glowy look. It has the Pomifera oil in it, but it isn't oily. And I do love the way this looks under my makeup. So, all right, this was a more informative video where we kind of went over like the details of it, what it has in it, and how it works. So if that was a little long to explain the different things, but I feel like it's so nice sometimes to be like, okay, what do you use and why? Because there are tons and tons of products, and these are the ones that I've been using for a really long time. Okay, devotion. I found our devotion. We're almost through with this, but I thought we would do it. Okay, here we go. This is our last little series in this. I lost this book for a while. I was being so organized. I put it in a drawer and then I did not find it until I was looking for my Oura Ring charger, which I still haven't found, but I found my devotion. So Be Still, 90 Days for the Hopeful Heart. And I just thought we could do a devotion together today. So, are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take on a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. That's going through the message of Matthew 11:28 through 30. And so, isn't it so crazy that we are in such a culture that's like busy, 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 stress, 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 worry about everything, when literally like the God of the universe is like, hey, like come to me, I want to give you rest. Like come to me, I want to wake it like light and not heavy. Don't worry about tomorrow. I'll deal with all those things when they come. Like literally faith. Like we just have to trust in you. We just have to have faith. And if we walk with him, like he can heal anything, he can do anything, he could open doors that like literally you couldn't open, and he could do things for you. I just feel like what a miracle. Like what a beautiful, beautiful. And yet we resist so much the urge to read our Bible, the urge to sit down and pray, the urge to do it. Like we're just so busy doing all these other things or scrolling or doing. And the one thing that could really, really make a difference, sometimes we resist it. And so I know I do sometimes. Like, oh, I just want to sit around like stressing about everything. And I'm sure God's like, if you would just come to me, I would like lift this from you and I would help you with this. So anyways, if you're looking to read a message today, the Bible verse is Matthew 11:28 through 30. And if anyone feels like their life is a little heavy or they're going through things or it's hard, I wish I could give you a hug, but I can't. But I just pray that you just feel peace of God and that he just wraps his arms around you if you're going through something today. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have the best day. If you have questions about anything, you can send me a message. And you are not alone, and we are all in this together. So anyways, love you guys. Have a good day.